Top of the morning to you. Just because God didn't answer your prayer the way that you expected him to answer it doesn't mean that God didn't answer. You only have the capacity to hear God when he tells you what you want to hear, and that's a problem. God said it himself that his ways are not our ways. The way that God moves is not the way that you would move. If God moved the way that you move, you'd be stuck where you are the rest of your life. You got to understand that God is sovereign, meaning that all power is in his hands. And not only does he have all power, but he has all perspective too. He hears conversations that you don't. He understands who you actually are and how you actually function. He knows what you've been through. God has an accurate count of everything that you've experienced, of everything that you've been through, of everything that you are going to face. God knows. You got to get God out of this box that says, God, I only have the capacity to hear you when you're telling me what I want to hear. God is not a God that's just going to make you feel good. Sometimes I have to prune you. Sometimes I have to cut some things. Sometimes I have to remove some things. Sometimes I have to tell you to go this way when your heart wants to go that way, because not only is your heart deceiving, but I want you to go this way because there's fruit this way. You want so badly for God to be a yes man because there's a certain validation in you where everybody has told you no so many times. All you want to hear is a yes. God says yes, just not in the way that you're expecting. You're expecting God to say yes to the relationship. God is saying yes to the relationship between you and him. You're asking God to say yes to the promotion, but God is saying yes to promoting your character in him. See, you want God to give you the things thinking that that's going to satisfy you, and God understands that those things will never fill you the way that he can. Just because God is not saying yes to the things that you're asking doesn't mean he's not saying yes in heaven and amen. Trust God enough to let go of the control, because there's never going to be a time where you let go of the wheel and trust God to drive and you wished you would have grabbed the wheel back. He said, for I know the plans that I have for you, the plans that I have for you. God has a plan for you. There's purpose in that plan. There's pain that comes along with that plan, but you're never going to trust God and say, man, I wish I hadn't. Instead of trying to force the relationship on God's end, saying, I only want a relationship with you if you say yes to what I'm asking, God, increase my wisdom and my capacity. Open my heart posture to actually receive what you're saying.